Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. Tonight we are at Richmond Raceway here with the Gulf Coast Indy Car Series. We get ready to go into qualifying. We've got 11 competitors here tonight. We're ready to fight for a win. To go into qualifying, Mike Campeggio first out on the track. Simon Grills, he'll go take his lap. Robert Henson now rolls out onto the speedway along with Ryan Crowfoot. Dalton Fredericks, one of the favorites here tonight in that 00. And of course, Scott Ramler out there. Take a lap with Scott Ramler. Dalton Fredericks, he'll take the pole time so far. He'll back it into that outside wall. Curtis Klinger now out on the speedway, currently 9th quick. Dalton Frager's just out there running laps right now. Joe Hutchings qualifies second fast. Scott Rambler still out there trying to put some laps in, but he's going to be 3rd quick. Used to seeing Rambler on the pole just over a 10th, about a 10th and a half off the pole speed. It looks like we may have to watch Rambler work for this one. He had to work for it last week. It certainly wasn't being given to him then. Now he's practicing some pit entry and exit. Rambler is still the point leader, missed a couple of races, but was so far ahead. He is still in the points lead. Dalton Fredericks in 2nd, Joe Hutchings in 3rd, and Brayton Laster in the 4th position in the points standings. So those 4 all here with us tonight. We've seen these drivers in practice having a real issue on exit of 2. Brayton Laster trying to get a better lap, 9th on the first time around. Seventh quick for Brayton Laster as he tries to move up the points standings. But the top 3 in points are your top 3 on the grid. Just not quite in that order. Going to be an interesting race. Indy cars on the short track. You see Brayton Laster taking some laps. He tried the fast pit entry but couldn't quite get it in there. Right here is where drivers are having problems in practice. Out of this corner, looping it around into the inside wall. Expect to probably see somebody do that throughout this race. There goes Brayton around sideways.
Everybody got a queue time down because I can move this session forward.
I'll turn that chat off. Sorry about that.
I'll do it.
Having a few technical issues tonight, but that's okay. We're here for it, so we're getting ready to go. Green flag racing, you heard race command there saying we're getting ready to go green. We're going to move this session forward. Your pole sitter is going to be Dalton Fredericks. Fredericks is trying to catch Rambler in the season-long points, but he's got a long ways to go. With everyone here tonight racing That'll be difficult for him to catch up. As we take a look at tonight's race info, Richmond Raceway, 0.72 miles, so not quite a mile. Still a short, very short track here, especially for these very fast Indy cars. 73 degrees, the outside temperature, and 75 the track temp. So very cool track temp. Might be a little too cool. We'll see if these drivers are able to hold on to it, but if they can't get the tires warmed up properly, it will be slick out there. As we await time to go green flag racing. About a minute left to qualify. Gary Wells, the only driver not qualified. 10 drivers already up there on the board. We're just going to wait this time out and start the next session, which would be our main event here tonight at Richmond Raceway. Obviously, with these qualifying times, Dalton Frederick's going to be the favorite. Joe Hutchings and Ram are almost tied with their times. Jake May right there with them. Ryan Crowfoot will get into the top 5 as well, as we're about to go through our grid. .150 laps around this racetrack here tonight. And from the pole, the 00, that's Dalton Fredericks outside pole for tonight's feature. Joe Hutchings in the number 31. Starting in third, our point leader, Scott Ramler in the 57. Starting in fourth spot, Jake May in the number 10. Ryan Crowfoot will start in the 5th position in that number 12. Mike Campeggio in the 6th starting spot in the number 25. Braden Laster in the number 13. He'll start 7th spot. Simon Grills in the number 8. He will roll off in that 8th position. Newcomer to the series, Robert Henson in the number 14. He'll start 9th. And right now, shotgun on the field. Curtis Klinger in the number 52. He'll start 10th. I'm going to see if Gary Wells logs in, but currently 10 drivers on the grid for tonight's race. And we are rolling off the grid. Let us know in the comments who you're rooting for. Who is your driver tonight? Where is he starting? One already around. Robert Henson back here already sideways out of 2. We'll go one more time around. Everyone trying to get those tires heated up. And we are about to get underway. Pace car in. Green flag and everyone's already wrecking off the front. Hutchings went straight down. Rambler involved. Caution already on the speedway. Rambler gonna have to take his fast repair immediately here. We'll see if he's able to fix that without a fast repair. But Joe Hutchings, the track temp's so low right now. Just don't think it's letting these tires warm up. These drivers not prepared for that, I don't think. These two will have to get caught back up. See if we can figure out just what happened here. It's on the initial start. Yeah, he went late. Rambler went, and then Hutchings right across the nose of Rambler. Get a look from inside Rambler's car. It looks like everybody kind of slipped the front tires there, the rear tires. As Jake May looks like in front of him may have gotten a little loose too. Just matted in his shot to the left. Yeah, you see the leader, he got completely sideways as well, so. Both Rambler and Hutchings will stay on the lead lap. And Jake May will slide by. And will be our new leader here. So we're looking to go green for a second time. after that first lap incident. Lights are off on the pace car. We will get ready to re-rack them, a restart here. Pace car off. May staying on the bottom line. Everyone's stacking up. Green flag. Everyone's sideways again. Crowfoot already diving to the inside. They're wheel to wheel for the lead. Jake May on the outside, Ryan Crowfoot in the bottom. Rambler already up to 5th. Keeping it right there on the yellow line. Ryan Crowfoot currently your leader. Jake May on the move again. Looks to the inside. Crowfoot has to swing it wide. Jake May getting great runs off the corner. Can't forget about Dalton Fredericks. As Scott Rambler now moves into the 4th position. These three get to racing. Rambler's going to run these drivers down. Jake May trying to get creative with his line. Trying to get a good run on exit. Crowfoot not letting anybody have the bottom. He'll let Jake May by, though. Maybe. Oh, they're almost wheel to wheel. Crowfoot has to lift. Fredericks now looks to the inside of Crowfoot. Oh, he tagged him. Contact made. Didn't look intentional. Fredericks going to continue. Still side by side for the 2nd position. Dalton Fredericks trying to get away. Oh, they touch again. Fredericks sideways. We're still green. Crowfoot tries to hang on. He'll stop on the racetrack. Didn't want to go through the grass. That will cause a caution. And Scott Rambler moves all the way up to 2nd position through that. And Jake May had gotten the lead and was pulling away as Fredericks and Crowfoot raced. Let's take another look at it here. See if we can get an aerial shot at how far Crowfoot came from behind, came off the bottom, and Fredericks goes around. As Crowfoot tries to get back up to speed, it just went sideways, and that was what caused the caution right there. As Fredericks was able to save it. So Joe Hutchings, Mike Campeggio, Ryan Crowfoot stays out. Stays up into third. Robert Henson will all stay out. Jake May, Scott Ramler, Dalton Fredericks, Brayton Laster, Simon Grills, and Curtis Klinger all in the pit lane and back out now. Joe Hutchings here must believe that fresh air means more than new tires. We didn't have a whole lot of laps on the tires there. Racing is intense right now. And you would think that maybe Ryan would have a little bit of damage to the right front wing, but no damage that we can see here. Everything on that number 12 seems to be as it's supposed to be. So Scott Ramler, who had driven all the way up to second, he'll have to do it again as he drops back to sixth. Several cars stayed out there. Ramler going to drop back in and go back to the pits. So he'll start all the way in the rear. As the lights are off on the pace car. Green flag, we're underway again. Hutchings with a good restart that time. Crowfoot up to second. Robert Henson now in third. Jake May was the first one to pit there. He's going to try and work Henson to the outside. He'll get by. Fredericks right behind him. He's going to come through as well. Powering by on the outside line. Crowfoot trying to reel in Hutchings for the lead. Ramler back in the 9th spot. He's right in the hornet's nest right now. Takes a big power move on the outside. Gets 2 down the 1 straightaway. Sometime he'll dive into the bottom. Rambler back up to 6 now. May trying to reel in the front runners. Fastest on the track right now, Jake May. He and Joe Hutchings running identical lap times. As May is now caught the number 12, Ryan Crowfoot. Oh, and he goes sideways and hits the wall. He's got damage to the right front tire spindle area. Maybe that fixed itself. Nope, he's still got an issue. Got a pit. Oh, and Curtis Klinger, he's got an incident. No caution for that one. Let's see what happened to Curtis Klinger here. Just into the corner sideways and up into that outside wall. He damaged the right rear. The Jake May has to pit and he'll go a couple of laps down. And Scott Rambler's now moved back up to the 4th spot. He's 6.5 seconds out though. He's going to have a lot of work to do to try to catch up. And everybody in the top 3 right now a little faster than Rambler. Hutchings the leader. Jake May back out on the track, but he's 2 laps down. He's going to have to try and get back around Rambler to get at least one of those laps back. Maybe pushing a little hard. Another one off the pace. That's the 14 of Robert Henson. An issue for Robert here. Hutchings gonna let Jake May by here, I believe. That'll put May 1 lap down if he can get around Hutchings. As Ryan Crowfoot with a spin on the front stretch, the right front wing gone off that car. That's gonna be hard to drive. And he's not gonna be able to do it. He's gonna have to come in the pit lane. Let's see what happened there. Just a little loose out of the corner. Didn't hit the wall too hard, but it was enough to knock that fender off. And now he'll have to pit. He'll go a few laps down here. Hutchings not letting Jake May by. And he knows that May is a contender, and May goes around as he's pushing a little too hard to try and get around. And that will be a caution for Jake May spinning. Ryan Crowfoot going to end up a couple laps down. Crowfoot and May both 2 laps down. They'll have to fight to try and get back onto the lead lap. Rambler's made his way back up to the 3rd position now. Several cars down the pit lane. Hutchings first one out. Frederick second. And Rambler third. We're almost a third of the way through this race. Jake May and Ryan Crowfoot both. We're going to take the wave around here. So both of those drivers will be 1 lap down, I believe, after this. No, it looks like May will be 2 laps down still. As he elected to pit there, so Crowfoot will get 1 lap back. Joe Hutchings will lead us off when we get the green flag. And Ryan will get the wave around, and he'll come back to the back of the field. Joe Hutchings will now assume the front, and he will lead us off. We'll go green. We're going to have about 100 laps to go, third of the way through this one. Joe Hutchings been dominant as of late. Green flag. Rambler not wasting time. Already the inside of Fredericks. Can't get the run off the corner like Fredericks can on the outside. Fredericks trying to reel in Hutchings now. Simon Groves with a bit of an issue back here. He and Brayton Laster side by side for a second there. Hutchings very good here at Richmond. We've seen on that last run, Rambler was able to reel these guys in over a second. But that was on the long run. So right now in the lead, Joe Hutchings. In second, right behind him, trying to reel him in a little bit, is Dalton Fredericks. In the third position, Scott Rambler, our point leader. Mike Campeggio is in the fourth spot, and he's a good ways back. Brayton Laster in fifth. Simon Grill, sixth spot. In front of some of these drivers, Ryan Crowfoot, one lap down in the seventh spot. Jake May right in front of him. He's 2 laps down, trying to get around and get one of his laps back here. And Robert Henson tail into the field, 3 laps down right now, but running ninth. Only one car out of the race right now. That's Curtis Klinger. Oh, and Joe Hutchings sideways. Fredericks will get by. Will it remain green? Hutchings will get back going, but Fredericks will have a big lead. And let's see what happened there out of the corner. Sideways to the inside of Fredericks, right around for the race lead. The Fredericks. Oh, and Crowfoot around. And another caution. He was trying to get around Hutchings. Just a little too much gas on the exit. Locks it down, keeps it out of the wall. But a caution does come out. The Frederick stays out and keeps these drivers 1 lap down. He wants to maintain that lead. Everyone else down the pit lane. Scott Rambler, Joe Hutchings, Mike Campeggio. All down the pit lane. Brayton Laster, Simon Grills. Crowfoot stays out. Jake May stays out. To try and get a wave around, but not with Dalton Frederick still out there. Scott Rambler will be the first one off the pit lane. And Fredericks will pit from the lead, but a lap late. That will cost him a lot. He may end up restarting about 6th position. So Fredericks back to the 6th position, a big development there. And now put Scott Ramler now into the lead. And Jake May will come down the pit lane. If he would have stayed out there, would have gotten at least one lap back, but chose to pit. Crowfoot stays out. He'll probably get back onto the lead lap here. But Jake May will remain 2 laps down by choosing to pit. An interesting strategy. Scott Ramler will lead us off after our 4th caution of the night. Lights off on the pace car. Crowfoot will pass and get back on the lead lap. Fredericks and Hutchings back in the pit lane, topping off with fuel. And Ramler goes early. Campeggio not ready. Caution immediately. And let's take a look at that green flag start. Oh, looked like Laster was trying to come up on the outside. Interesting set of events there. Whatever happened right there triggered the caution immediately. We are getting everything sorted back out. Ramler will remain the leader. Laster will be 4th after that. I think he may have jumped a spot. But he'll get around Joe Hutchings. We'll take this opportunity to take a word from our sponsors.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
We are back. Lights still on the pace car lap, 70 of 150. Rambler will lead us off. Mike Campeggio has moved all the way up to the second position. He's gained 4 spots from the start. Hutchings and Laster both pit here. Lights are now off on the pace car, so Rambler will lead us off next time by. Pace car in. Green flag. Campeggio almost went early. Fredericks now up to the second spot. Campeggio drops the third. Jake May is trying to get one of his laps back, and Rambler gonna let him by. Rambler trying to do his best to hold off Fredericks, but Fredericks looking. Fredericks with a good run through that corner. Fredericks not quite able to get the run that he wants on exit. Rambler continuing to run a smooth line around the bottom. Fredericks, you can tell Fredericks is just pushing, trying to get around Rambler, find a way. Rambler not pushing, just running his line and trying to make sure that Fredericks doesn't get to the inside of him. Fredericks with a big move to the outside, can't get there. This time he looks inside, still can't get there. Rambler a little wiggle off the corner. That's going to let Fredericks side by side. Fredericks almost lost on entry and exit. As we are past halfway now. Hutchings back here got a battle with Ryan Crowfoot to try and hold that podium position. Crowfoot trying to get the advantage as Dalton Fredericks makes another move for the lead. Oh, he's right there on Rambler. Robert Henson crashed, but he's able to get to the pit lane. And this is how close quarters These two are racing. Will the two lap cars in front play a difference in this? Will they be a factor? Is Rambler reeling in? Brayton Laster just in front of him. Fredericks with a big run off the corner. Rambler holding the power on the outside. Oh, they're almost 3 wide as they try and get to the inside of Laster. And Rambler with a big run as Fredericks could not clear Laster there. The Fredericks will have to reel him back in. Hutchings back here able to put some distance between him and Crowfoot. See just how far ahead he's pulled. About a half a second. A 12 sending it in though. He's back to the wing, back to the rear tires. We've seen Crowfoot send it in several times tonight. Very aggressive on entry. Sideways again, he locks it up. Oh, this time he hits the inside wall. He'll roll out onto the racing surface. He'll get going. And he stops again. That time he will jump to the pits. So Ryan Crowfoot most likely out of this race. He will log out. So the 12 out of this one. They've already got the pit box in the trailer. Rambler around. Lap 93 right now. I think for Jake May, you've got to be extra disappointed. If you could have just got back onto the lead lap, and he's still got time to be able to do that. But if he could just get back on the lead lap, he's got the speed. He made it around Rambler and has pulled away by several seconds. But just to no avail, still 1 lap down in 6th spot. Rambler such smooth laps. Let's take a second here and throttle up the volume. The 8 of Simon Grills through the grass. He'll try to get back onto the speedway here. Onto the racing surface. Rambler coming around behind him, trying to put him a lap down. And he will do so. So Grills now 1 lap down. Rambler just continuing to run quick laps. Frederick's trying to reel him in. Just seems like over the long run, Rambler has really had a long run car. Something happens late and Jake May is able to get back on the lead lap. He's going to be the car to watch. Joe Hutchings currently in the 3rd spot, 6 seconds off the lead. A little over a second ahead of Campeggio in 4th. Hutchings has run the fastest lap of the race. Frederick's right there behind Rambler, just can't reel him in. And this is how they are in the point standings. Rambler first in the points, Frederick seconds, and Hutchings in 3rd. And that's how they're running right now. 1, 2, 3 as we've got the 8 of Simon Grills around. And a yellow flag. And that might get May back onto the lead lap. We'll have to see if Rambler lets him around. All right, around he goes. Let's take a ride with him there. See what happened. Just sending it a little too hard, looks like. Jake May is likely going to get back onto the lead lap here. It was Rambler, Fredericks, Joe Hutchings, and Mike Campeggio all head down the pit lane. And Jake May will most likely need another caution. As his tires are going to be quite a bit older than everyone else's. We'll see there, May pitted 48 laps ago. So much older tires for Jake May. We'll see how big of a difference it makes when we get going back green, but he should be back on the lead lap here. That'll put Laster 1 lap down, and Grills will be back on the lead lap too. After that spin, that'll put him back on the lead lap with free pass. Rambler gonna lead us off. We know he's much better on the long run. Fredericks really attacked for at least 20 or 30 laps there, and we're gonna have about 35 to go when we go green. I guess the question is, can Fredericks get that run that he needs to get position on Rambler? As the 3 cars take the wave around. And we get ready to go green flag racing once again. Green flag. Fredericks already with a look on the inside. On the short run, those tires not affecting Jake May too much. He's already into the 3rd position. As Hutchings with an issue goes around. Oh, and he's got big damage. He will jump to the pits. So that will end Joe Hutchings' night. Not how he wanted to end this race. All of our top 3 on your screen right now. Rambler in the lead. Jake May moving up in the 3rd spot. Fredericks in the middle. Fredericks under attack. I think Fredericks kind of expected to be the one on the attack. I think those tires may be giving up now for May. We'll see if he's able to run him back down again. Grills has to pit. That moves Laster up to 5th position, 1 lap down. Rambler definitely wants to see this thing just run out. No more caution flags. What Rambler's hoping for. Jake May needs another caution to get a set of tires on this thing. 48 lap. Older tires than the rest of the field, but he is out there getting it done. And if he can find a way around Fredericks, it's possible he could run down Rambler even with the older tires. .25 to go here in the Gulf Coast IndyCar Series. Rambler with a 7/10 of a second lead. Fredericks in second, trying to hold off Jake May. Fredericks, I think, might be focused on running down the leader. Looking on from Jake May's car. He's right now the fastest car on the racetrack. I'm not sure what happened there. Seems like we're having a technical issue here. It looks like iRacing is froze on us here. Never had that happen before. And we closed out. So we'll see if we can get it back going here. Watch these last few laps. We'll be right back.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more. Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic...
And we're back. Caution on Speedway. 10 laps to go. Rambler out front. It looks like Simon Grills is the caution here. And lost it on the pit entry. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we are back. We're going to be able to see the end of this race. 10 laps remaining. Fredericks out front as Rambler chooses to pit.
Man, already going to let Rambler come out here on some new rubber to smoke y'all.
We'll be right back. This
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
And we are back. We're about to go green flag racing. Lights still on the pace car, so we've got at least one more lap. Rambler pitted there. Unsure what happened to May, but he is out of the race. Freighter's going to have control. Rambler, much newer tires, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think Rambler thought everyone was going to pit behind him. But with only 3 cars really left out there running. Who knows what could happen here? Who's going to be able to get it done? Lights off on the pace car, about to go green. Only 6 laps remain. There'll be 5 to go when we go green. Rambler already to the inside. Oh, he and Campeggio get into it. Campeggio into the outside wall. Rambler now with some damage maybe, but he's got 4 more laps to try and reel in Fredericks. Campeggio will have to take it down the pit lane. And I don't think Rambler's going to be able to get around. And Dalton Fredericks, 2 to go. White flag, Dalton Fredericks. He's got a second lead over Scott Rambler in second. And Brayton Laster in third spot. The only 3 cars still running. And Fredericks will cross the line. He is your winner here tonight at Richmond. Dalton Fredericks burning it down on the front stretch. A hard-fought victory from Dalton Fredericks. Let's see if we can get a word from some of our top finishers. Third place, Brayton Laster. Let's see what he's got to say about it. Hey, Brayton, this is Cody in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I sure do, buddy.
Hey, man, another race where you've kept the car clean. You've done a great job there at the end. Looks like Rambler and Campeggio get into it. That puts you up into the top 3. How did your race go, and how did you get a lap down there?
Yeah, normally I run a pretty clean race, and, no problems involved. And I was running a pretty smooth race. I was running in the back like I normally do. And, going into turn 1 on a middle of the race, restart had some pretty cold tires. I adjusted the weight jacker way too early. I just kind of lost the rear end, and I looped it, barely tapped the wall, and I was fine. By black flag for a damage. I had to come down pit road, use my fast repair, which that was one of the few I've used this season, and went 2 laps down, so that was real unfortunate. I was running like 8th or 9th, and God, man, well that sucks. Because I'm looking to have a strong point tonight here going into this next final couple races we got, and yeah, so ended up getting a podium somehow. So I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you and Joe Hutchings are battling there in the points, and he had some issues there at the end. You'll gain a few points on him. What do you think your chances are of maybe still in that third spot away?
It definitely would be pretty interesting, but Joe is a heck of a guy and even hecker of a driver. I don't know if a hecker's award, but I just made it award. And, he's a pretty cool dude, though. But he definitely has its ups and downs. He's quick and always seems to be in some bad luck, or I'm not sure whose fault that was in that wreck there, but he seemed pretty upset about it earlier. So he's definitely like one of the best guys to beat. He just had a lot of bad luck this season, so I'm going to need him to get a lot more bad luck these final 2 races, I believe, if I'm going to snatch his 3rd place away.
Well, we go to our final road course of the season next week, and it's my favorite, Watkins Glen. What do you think your chances are at Watkins Glen?
I absolutely hate Watkins Glen. I hate it with a passion. So it's going to be interesting learning all that. I'm actually supposed to be in like Illinois next week, so I'll be staying with a cousin. He has an iRacing setup over there, so I'll be on a foreign setup, like a foreign rig. So it's going to be definitely very interesting for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, great job. You got anybody you'd like to thank after this one, Brayton?
Yes, of course. Rambler, he showed up tonight, but he took out Mike there. I hate it for Mike, but I was able to take a podium. It's a huge shout out to Rambler, as always coming in close, whether he's not showing up or he's wrecking late in the race or wrecking somebody else. So real unfortunate there for Mike. I have to thank my parents, of course, always supporting me. Butt Kicker, Indy Auto Recyclers, Image 13, Blaster Motorsports. You for doing this wonderful broadcast, and of course the whole Gulf Coast IndyCar Series crew. Simon, Joe, Gary with 2 R's, Cody, and I think that's it from the management part of things. Say they do an awesome job, and they've put this league. It's my first time running Indy cars competitively for a full league, and I've had a lot of fun. So they've made this a pretty competitive league here, especially late in the season. So we're looking forward to see what they're doing for the next season and whatnot. So.
Well, great job, and maybe you'll sneak in a couple more top threes before season's over.
Hopefully we can get a win. I wouldn't mind a win. We've been close, but these podiums, I can keep backing into them. I don't mind either. So.
All right. Sounds good, Braden. Good luck.
Thank you, Dakota.
And that was our third place finisher, Brayton Last. Just going to work with Scott Ramler. Hey, Scott, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Got you loud and clear. How you doing, bud?
Hey, doing good. Usually talk to you in the next segment here for the winner, but you come home second. You pitted there late. Do you think that was the right call there at the end, getting fresh tires?
Looking back on it now, absolutely not. The track was just way too cold. Trying to get these tires rung in there at the end just didn't work. You should have stayed on the old tires, kept the track position, because that did not work like I intended it to.
No, I thought you was going to get back by. You come out quick, but not able to get back up there to Dalton. But a great race overall. Looked like you had a longer run speed. Kind of on the short runs, they were kind of beating you a little bit on the short run, but the long run, nobody could really touch you.
Yeah, I had everything tuned so that I could run the longer runs. Finishing good here at Richmond is all about tire conservation until it comes down to the last couple laps, and then, as you saw, it was a crapshoot. But yeah, if that had stayed green, there was nobody that was going to touch me. Dalton was burning off his right front so hard that he gained up probably half a second in a couple of laps, and the second he got back behind me, the dirty air got to him, and he nearly hit the wall. So there wasn't anybody that was going to touch me if it stayed green on the long run. So that caution threw a wrench in everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, next week we have our last road course of the season. What are your thoughts on Watkins Glen?
Go in to win it.
Absolutely. Don't expect anything different from you.
Yep. Just go in, put in good laps, and see where I'm at the end. Make sure my strategy's good.
Well, another great race from you, Scott. You got anybody I'd like to thank after this one?
Yeah, I want to thank Joe for putting everything on with the league. Want to thank Gary for being our admin again tonight. Want to thank you for broadcasting. Thank all the guys at Team Revline and all of our sponsors there, McConey Setup Shop, for being my personal sponsor. And thanks to everybody that came out and tuned in tonight. Hopefully we put on a good show for you.
Absolutely. Well, 2 more races left. Hopefully we'll be talking to you a couple more times.
Sounds good. Hopefully for the big one.
Absolutely. And that was Scott Ramler, your second place finisher. Let's go to Dalton Fredericks, who's still out there on the track. Let's get a word from him. Hey, Dalton, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Hey, man, a phenomenal run out there. Looks like there was a couple of guys that were going to be hard to beat. Jake May looked fast. Ramler, of course, as always, but you come out on top. What were your thoughts there at the end as Scott Ramler decided to go in and take tires?
I don't know if he went in because I tried to pull a fake, like I was going to go in almost like NASCAR style, but so I don't know if he took it because of my fake or if he went in on purpose, but I knew I was going to stay out on track no matter what, and that was what allowed me to win that race. His tires weren't able to get heat in them fast enough, so he was pretty slow on the start, but I'm freaking stoked. Finally beat Ramler on track without him DNFing or not being able to show up to the race. I was able to beat him head to head finally, and now I can actually say I beat Rambler.
Well, you've beat everybody a few times this season, several wins so far. We go to Watkins Glen next week. It's our final road course of the year. What are your thoughts on Watkins Glen? We know Rambler said he was going there to win it.
Yeah, same here. I probably don't. I know I don't have the knowledge or probably the skill Rambler has there, but I've been pretty quick on catching on to stuff, so I think we'll have a pretty good chance, especially after the 6 hours of Watkins Glen we did last Saturday, which went okay. But yeah, I think after them 6 hours, thing that really helped me learn the track with the prototype, and I'll be able to transfer what I learned over to the Indy cars and take it even further.
Yeah, throughout the season, you've definitely gotten faster every single week. Multiple wins now on the season. Couple of races left. What do you think your chances are at maybe running down Rambler for the championship? I'm not exactly sure the points difference, but you gained a few more on him tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think he pretty much has it locked if he keeps finishing like second, third, first, probably first, is what he's gonna be. But I pretty much he's got it locked in no matter what, really. I think I have a really good chance at second place now since Joe's had his misfortunes. But we've just been ranking in the good finishes. I think the last 3 races or so we were able to finish in the podium. So if we keep doing that, we'll be doing good and be able to keep that motivation going for the next season.
Absolutely. Well, a great finish here tonight. You come home with a win. You got anybody you'd like to thank after this one?
Yeah, I think I'd like to thank Rambler for the awesome racing throughout the race. I really wanted to get by him in the center, and I almost took him out, which scared the heck out of me. But I'm glad we were able to get away with it. So I want to thank him for the awesome racing. I want to thank Joe for the paint scheme on the car. I want to thank him for being the leader for our road department, and I'd like to thank Revline with the awesome cars they bring us. We had a really good car that just hooked up right away and be able to push 24/7. But also, I'd like to thank the sponsor on the car, Nerds doing Nerds thing, and everyone else that's on the cars. And hopefully, we'll be able to see you next week on the podium again. Hopefully, first.
Absolutely. Hopefully going for back-to-back wins. Great job, Dalton, and hopefully we'll be talking to you very soon.
Yep, you have a good night.
You too. And that was Dalton Fredericks, your winner. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Sorry we had some technical difficulties, but hopefully we'll get that fixed by next week. But thank you all for tuning in, and we will catch you all on the next one.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerd